much more beautiful than you see even on TV and things. Getting in limos, getting in cars, Secret Service saying, don't videotape this. We'd be sitting there eating dinner trying to, videotape it as shots of corruption going on. I mean, are the hookers and the young women of America flocking more to D.C. than they do to L.A. to be in porn?
Well, I think we see that with the annual White House Correspondents' Dinner, this kind of nexus between Hollywood and Washington. We get all the celebrities here going, it's a mixture of politics and entertainment, and certainly there is sort of an axis between Washington and Hollywood.
Yeah, so the globalists not only rob us in Washington, it's turned into a giant honey trap to suck in all the young women who don't have a future as a professor or a scientist or a doctor, but they've got a future taking care of world leaders, and if they ever complain about it, they'll just burn up in their car or be hung from the neck until dead, because America's run by the good guys, Wayne. We're about to go to break, but let's start getting into, well, specifically, did these sources say they're mad about the Obama-CIA connection you're ferreting, or is that your gut? I mean, did they let you know what it is that they're upset about?
Yeah, it's basically the CIA connection. I mean, I think that is their Achilles heel. They've been dealing with the birth certificate issue for quite some time. They seem to have all kinds of pat answers for that. But the CIA connection, his mother, Stanley and Dunham, his grandparents, who looked like they actually predated the CIA and worked for the Office of Strategic Services during World War II, the OSS. Well, we've got basically a biography of Obama and his family that's been concocted by some very good fiction writers up, I would assume, up at Langley.
Then we've got his dad, who had a British intel connection, didn't he?
Yeah, Barack Sr., of course, came to the United States as part of the Airlift Africa program, the CIA's program to influence new leaders of newly independent African countries to compete with the Soviets, who were doing the same thing at the People's Friendship University in Moscow, which later became Patrice Lumumba University.
And just everybody you look at, it just continues with this guy totally hooked in with these intelligence groups. And you look at his cabinet now, it's all the very same families that were in intelligence at the time with his mommy.
Oh, absolutely. Tim Geithner, his father was the boss for Obama's mother. Very small world, isn't it?
Certainly is. Let's come back and look more into this. Also, get your view on what's happening in the Middle East, North Africa, what's happening with the economy. Wayne Madsen, we're interviewing him while we can before he evacuates the United States so they don't kill him.
349, 359, 379. How much pain at the pump can you handle? Ease your pain now. Did you know you can increase gas mileage by 25 to 45% or even as high as 60% by adding water? Go to SaveYourGasMoney.com and learn how you can save an average of $750 to $1,850 per year with our hydrogen on-demand technology. Running our hydrogen gas through your engine is the equivalent of using 140 octane fuel. See how it works at SaveYourGasMoney.com. We have 2 complete systems for all cars, trucks, and SUVs for gas and diesel engines. Our gas-saving stainless steel units install easily in about 2 hours with no engine modifications and no extra parts needed. It's completely safe, American-made, requires no maintenance, comes with a lifetime warranty, great technical support, and same-day shipping. Visit SaveYourGasMoney.com or call 888-887-9981. That's 888-887-9981. Ease your pain at the pump with SaveYourGasMoney.com.
Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. The earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear disaster that killed thousands of Japanese citizens is nothing compared to the devastation that could be caused by hyperinflation that will soon hit the United States and could lead to millions of Americans becoming homeless, all caused by the devalued U.S. dollar. While the mainstream media continues to ignore inflation, our friends at the National Inflation Association provide a free weekly newsletter that educates Americans to the facts and truth about the U.S. economy and inflation. I urge you to sign up at the NIA's free newsletter at www.inflation.us to learn how you can not only survive, but prosper during the upcoming hyperinflation crisis. Silver has more than doubled since the NIA declared silver the best investment for the next decade on inflation.us. The NIA's team of expert economists are happy to answer any economic questions you have about inflation, debt, currencies, real estate, precious metals, and commodities. Visit inflation.us to learn the economic truth that the mainstream media ignores.
Big Berkey water filters are in high demand. Storable foods are also in high demand. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has always kept our focus on the Berkey water filter products, but increasingly, our customers have been asking for storable foods. After months of research, BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com now offers great tasting, long-lasting, storable foods. These ready-to-eat meals are packed in airtight nitrogen pouches. All you do is just add water, and because they're sealed so well, they come with a 25-year shelf life. Combine our Berkey water filters, which are powerful enough to purify treated, untreated, or even stagnant pond water with our storable foods, and you have a winning combination. Remember, we offer free shipping on every order over $50, and GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com or call 877-99-BERKEY. That's BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com or call 877-99-BERKEY today.
The U.S. economy is at a tipping point. 40 cents of every dollar the government spends is borrowed. The president of the Federal Reserve in Dallas was recently quoted saying, "This path will lead to insolvency, resulting in the collapse of our government and our economy. Our country can't function like this, and neither can your household. That's why you need to prepare, and priority one is your food supply. Fortunately, it's easy and affordable with the help of Ready Reserve Foods. Ready Reserve Foods has been a premier supplier of long-term storable foods for 37 years. Their unique process assures the highest quality, long-term food storage available with a 25-year shelf life. A full year supply of quality food for 2 people costs a fraction of what you pay at the grocery store. For a free, full-color catalog, call 800-453-2202. That's 800-453-2202. Or visit ReadyReserveFoods.com. Ready Reserve Foods, making preparedness simple since 1972.
Some of the headlines at prisonplanet.com and infowars.com. S&P moves, U.S. outlook to negative, gold hits new record. Cables reveal State Department, CIA, NGOs fomenting Syrian unrest. Same reports confirm Libya. North Africa, of course, not just with Libya, but with Egypt. Obama pushes Chinese-style internet ID system. I got to some of this yesterday, but it's one thing to know they've been setting this up. To have them openly come out and say you're going to have a government ID to surf the web, to have a bank account, and that the government's going to track everything you do, and the government's going to have the ID codes to all of your files. Just incredible. By the way, since I bring that up, before we get back into Obama and the CIA background, formerly with the NSA and a computer expert, Wayne Madsen, what do you make of this incredible new Chinese-style internet ID system with the admissions that it's going to track everything you do? And the White House said it's voluntary, but even CNET and Wired Magazine said that's not true. This is a forced system once they get it in place.
Well, yeah, this is a typical example of what I call function creep or mission creep. The White House is saying, well, it's to prevent identity theft. But as we've seen with all these other initiatives from the government in the past, what they say and what they ultimately do with these new systems is very invasive. And I would I know that some of my old colleagues from when I worked at Epic are on this story, and I agree that this is just like back during the Clinton administration when they were pushing this government encryption system called the Clipper chip. They said, "Oh, this is to protect your electronic funds transfers and things like that." Yet the government would hold the key, and there was a huge battle over that. And here we go again with another initiative, and it looks like look. I mean, you look at Janet Napolitano, the Homeland Security Department, and the people that Obama has put in these national security positions, and all of them, every single one of them, are for massive surveillance systems. It's in some respects, it's actually worse than Bush. And here with this Internet ID, here we have an example of an initiative that was never even tried by the previous administration. And I never thought I'd say that Obama would be worse than Bush in some respects, but he absolutely is in many respects. Freedom of information, this new thing with the internet, and countless, and starting a third war where Bush had 2 wars going, Obama now has 3 wars going.
But we know, not giving Obama an out, I mean, it's fun to dislike him. He is a distasteful teleprompter reading liar. It's that the globalists are further down the road for this new global banking empire known as the New World Order. They're committed. They've committed so many crimes that they've got to either prevail or they're going to fall, and fall hard. And so I would imagine whatever new fake Republican savior they put in, if it's not Ron Paul, if it's Donald Trump or Mitt Romney, people are going to be amazed how bad they are, because it's all just a continuation. It's a continuity of agenda.
What this construct, I think, runs the risk of, they may be hit by a ton of bricks, and I'm being sort of tongue-in-cheek here, BRICS being the new a pact of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and now South Africa. They are basically, if you listen to their government leaders, they're saying we are out to stop the Western control over international finances through the IMF, through the World Bank, through the G20, through the G8, and they're making no bones about it, the fact that they don't like the fact that so much international monetary policy is set blocks from the White House at the IMF and World Bank headquarters. They're calling for an end to that. And these are burgeoning economies where the U.S. and Britain and France are collapsing economies.
That's right. The West has even lost its will to have children. We have a corrupt elite who's socially engineered us to be servile and dumb, but so we would be more manageable. But once you do that, zombies don't reproduce. Zombies aren't creative. And so the zombie world, run by the zombie kings of the New World Order, are trying this last gasp attempt to set up their world empire with the senile, stumbling Soros at the top of it, openly, saying how proud he is that he helped round up Jews as a collaborator. I mean, these are very, very sick people, but they've got nuclear weapons.
Well, they do, and we look at we look at what the U.S. is doing around the world, and this projection of military strength and military aggression. I've heard no one say, "Wait a minute, here we've got a country that has no respect for international law with weapons of mass destruction." I haven't heard anyone say, "Well, maybe they should be removed from these people."
All right, stay there, Wayne Madsen. I want to, in one more segment with you, get your intel on what's really happening in the Middle East, North Africa. I mean, now it's just admitted that the West financed the whole thing. Incredibly criminal. Overthrowing their old favorite dictator, Mubarak. Where that goes next. The Saudis saying they're going to cut oil output, that they've been double-crossed by the West. We'll talk about it all.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on Earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
When you're out on the road, the last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond Gusset Jeans. Made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond Gusset Jeans got it. Others don't.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids.